Yes, guys, what's going on? What's happening? I am AdamMcKola. This is United Daily Live, and we are live. And I hope you guys are all doing well on this Tuesday. What's happening? I was about to forget what day it was. That's where we currently are in this lockdown situation, just all over the place, not knowing what day it is, what time it is, what date we're on, what month it is. It's absolutely mental, and especially for me because I'm not a key worker. I'm not going out to work every day and all that kind of stuff. My brother and my mum, they go out to work every day. They kind of know what day it is and things like that still. And if you do and you're still in your routine, you will. But I have very little routine. The only routine I have is that I'm live every single day at 12 o'clock UK time for United Daily Live. And we're doing other videos on AdamMcKola TV. But because we're live every single day with United Daily Live, I don't know what day it is. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're hanging in there no matter where you are in the world. I'm sure there's loads of different people from different time zones, from different places. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What is happening? I can see Sam in the comments, and first things first, thank you to Sam, because Sam is the latest member on AdamMcKola TV, joining in the last couple of hours. So thank you very much to Sam for getting involved and becoming a part of the channel. Remember, you too can do that. I'm not going to spend my time plugging that, but if you want to check it out, click join. But I can see Damien, Riff, Jack Weld, Two Tiers, Hellfire Security, Lee Davis, Tarig, Miroslav, Bailey, another member. Every time I go to say Bailey's name, I nearly say Bailey. Every time I say the fella's name. Sam Drew, like I said. Dara's in the comments as well. Fairmods has retracted his comment, but I still know that he's there in the comments. And Dylan McBride has jumped in right about now. And before we get stuck into the news and the United news, some news in AdamMcKola's world, and probably in your world as well, if you listen to the same kind of music that I listen to. I just want to say rest in peace to Black the Ripper, an amazingly talented rapper. I've not listened to him much in recent years, but I used to listen to him an awful lot back in the day, about 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Listened to a lot of his stuff. Edmonton Dream is always going to be one of those things that I replay over and over again. And I just thought, yeah, some real sad news coming through yesterday. So rest in peace to Black the Ripper, the Edmonton Dream. And anybody that has heard of him will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, rest in peace to Dean, Black the Ripper. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments about the football news as well. Obviously today we're looking at Mourinho, who's eyeing up a raid on Manchester United and for Diogo Dalot. We got Cress from Brixton, South London in the comments. What's going on, Cress? Hope you're good, bro. We've got James, who's singing a little song. He comes from Birmingham. He shaved his cranium. That's a good one. I like that. Not bad at all. Joe Cox is in the comments. Prabhav. Frederick's in the house. What's happening, Frederick? MA's just joined. Viviac's just joined. Richard. Minnie's in the house. Hip hop's the last new music we're getting. Adam, you're keeping me sane in these trying times. Brother, we're hanging in there. Let's get stuck into this first story of the day. Mourinho eyeing up a raid on Manchester United, and actually a player that he brought to the club in the form of Portuguese fullback Diogo Dalot. I absolutely adore Diogo Dalot. I think he's a fantastic lad. I think he's a great character. Decent talent as well, coming through in a competitive position for Manchester United. We've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's made that right back position his own. We've got left backs battling it out on the left hand side in Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw. Ethan Laird too is coming through in the system and through the academy, and Diogo Dalot is also in and around that mix as well. Timothy Fosu-Mensah's back. So we've got a hell of a lot of fullbacks, but I do think Diogo Dalot is someone that we should be keeping at the club. But nevertheless, the reports are that Jose Mourinho is interested in bringing Portuguese fullback from Manchester United to Tottenham in a summer raid on his former club. Now this has been reported in a fair few places, picking up on this, but there doesn't seem to be anything too concrete in it. Now as for Spurs, do they need fullbacks? Yes they do. Would Jose Mourinho be interested in Diogo Dalot? Well, he signed him for Manchester United, so why not? Do you know what I mean? Would Diogo Dalot be interested in a move to Spurs? Well, if you remember his current manager who wore the number 20, was tempted with a move to Spurs in 1998-99, just before the season started where we won the treble. He was tempted with a move to Spurs and he rejected it. The number 20 rejected it to stay at Manchester United, and look at what he went on to achieve. Now, I'm not saying that Diogo Dalot is going to score the winner in a Champions League final at the end of next season, but what I am saying is I would really like United to keep a hold of him, and I would really like him to just get his head down and focus on being at Manchester United. I think he's a massively talented player, and I say this in my mind knowing that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is without doubt our far away the best right back that we have, and he's going to be the main man at right back. It's for sure. But Diogo Dalot can offer something going forward. He can offer something defensively on the left, on the right. He can provide a cover for everybody else. I think he's a fantastic player. And I just want to see him develop at Manchester United. I think we should keep a hold of him. So let me know what you think. Bailey says, I'd prefer seeing him loaned to Spurs rather than sold. We're probably not going to loan a player to Spurs. They're not going to take a player on loan. They're not going to take a player on loan at all. Jose's ego is too massive for him to ever change. I hope Dalot don't go rap style. That is a bit of bars, isn't it? P Savage says Jose has aged about 20 years in the past few seasons. Bailey, yeah, I've read that comment out. Riff, who wants to work under Jose anyway? He's finished. Can you see me now? Can you hear me now? What's going on, guys? AdamMcKola here. Am I back live on United Daily? Let me know if you can hear me right now on AdamMcKola TV. I don't know what was going on. The Virgin seemed to be going down. As I was speaking, it just went. The internet did. I don't know if I'm back yet. If I am, I'm trying to find out on my phone right now if we are back. That's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying. I think I am back. Yes, we are. McKola's had a mare, says Max K. We have had a mare, yes. Absolutely dropping off. But like I was saying, Mourinho raiding Manchester United for Diogo Dalot, and someone was saying he's pretty good in a right winger position, and I wouldn't mind seeing Diogo Dalot in that right wing position, pushing forward, trying to get involved in attacks as well, maybe from the bench. You're not going to see him there from the start, are you? We're going to be looking to invest in that area. We're going to be looking to sign players in that position. So why are we going to go with Diogo Dalot there on a permanent basis? We're not. But he's someone that can provide an option there. He's someone that can provide an option at either fullback. And I just think he's a player that we should be keeping a hold of. I don't think we should be letting him go at this time. It maybe could enable us to send out Ethan Laird on loan, maybe send out someone like that on loan. Even Diogo Dalot going out on loan, it's not a bad thing, do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. But selling him, I wouldn't sell him, and Spurs ain't going to take him on a loan deal. And I don't think we should be strengthening our competition anyway, and doing our former manager any favours. So I would definitely not be looking to give Diogo Dalot to Spurs. Light Levy will release the funds to raid United. Spurs are looking for government support, says Cress. And yeah, while Liverpool have been getting criticism, and rightly so, being criticised for their decision to furlough their staff, which they have now since reversed, Spurs and Daniel Levy have kind of gone under the radar a little bit with it, haven't they? They haven't been getting that criticism, which they should have been getting. Because, look, I can understand not all football clubs are that rich, but any of the top 6 Premier League clubs, top 10 Premier League clubs, I think even Brighton said they wouldn't be furloughing staff because it's not the right thing to be doing. I just think it'd be absolutely daft to be doing that. And it'd be majorly greedy as well. We'll be talking about a load of things today. We've got some Sancho stuff coming up, big swag as well. We're going to talk about Jesse Lingard, who's been linked with a potential move away from Manchester United in the summer as well. Manchester United are committed to paying their full-time staff, so they will not be furloughing any of their staff. And Pogba has again been linked with a Madrid move in Spain. Laird will be a proper player, says Riff. Two Tiers says Laird will be a top right back guaranteed. Everyone's seemingly a fan of Ethan Laird. He's got a massive talent, massive talent. And just before Brandon Williams was given an opportunity in the first team for Manchester United, it was Ethan Laird that was kind of pushing through, looking to get his chance, but then he got an injury. So obviously Brandon Williams has taken his chance. But we are spoilt for choice at fullback, and Diogo Dalot is one of those, and he's a quality player who I think we should be keeping. Moving on to that other story, and Arsenal and Everton have been linked with a move for Jesse Lingard, but it's apparently going to be the case that Jesse Lingard will stay at Manchester United for the time being, because the player wants to get his head down and work hard to stay a part of the Manchester United team. So we're hearing there are rumours linking him with other clubs though, and I don't think this one is done yet. We may see that clubs will come in for Jesse Lingard. Clubs will come in for him. What's going on now, man? I'm not having a good time here today, are we? We're not having a good time at all here. Jesus. Am I here or not? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm having an absolute mare. My internet went down. The home internet went down. So I've stuck in my phone internet. And now I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, a little bit all over the shop today on AdamMcKola TV. Sam says the stream is fine, so we'll keep it going. But as I was saying about Jesse Lingard had been linked with a move to Everton and Arsenal, but the reports are that Jesse is knocking that move back. Now I do think that it may become a case that Jesse Lingard will get to a position where he'll have a few offers for his services, and he'll probably then go and speak to the manager and say, boss, are you looking to keep me involved in this squad, or is it time for me to go? I think we'll come to that position with Jesse Lingard where he'll have to go and speak to the manager. Now if we let go of, say, Andreas Pereira and co and things like that, and we let go of a few players, I can see Jesse Lingard being a valuable member of the squad, a proper valuable member of the squad. But if we continue to strengthen that area, let's say we got Jack Grealish, let's say we kept Paul Pogba, let's say we got Jadon Sancho, you then see less opportunities for Jesse Lingard and Andreas Pereira to play, and therefore they probably will be in their best interest for them to leave. But at this moment of time, he is saying the reports are saying that Jesse Lingard is committed to having a future at Manchester United. Can I just thank you guys that have stuck with us today? You've been watching too much porn, says Glenn. Sorry man, I don't know what's going on with Tinternet today. It's all over the show. All over the show. I'm on my phone, I'm on my 4G. It's supposed to be 5G, which apparently everyone's burning mass down. So that's probably why I've got no internet right now. We got madness going on. But here we go. We're still live somehow, and we're going to keep this show cracking. So make sure you're keeping it locked. We're talking Mourinho eyeing up a raid on Manchester United for Diogo Dalot. Jesse Lingard linked with a move to Arsenal and Everton. He does well at the Emirates, doesn't he? So maybe a move to Arsenal wouldn't be a bad thing for him. We're hearing as well that United will continue to pay all their full-time staff, and Pogba is linked with a move to Real Madrid again in Spain. Although I've got to say, there's nothing new in it. There's nothing new in it. There's no quotes with Raiola. There's no quotes with his brother, which, you know, you occasionally get those things which get the story going again. It just seems like a regurgitated story from the Spanish media in relation to Paul Pogba. Joe says sell Jesse and promote some youth. You could sell Jesse, get rid of Andreas Pereira and use Angel Gomez as that one coming through, which would be quality. I'm a big fan of Angel Gomez, and I think he deserves more game time. But if you send him out on loan, or if he doesn't end up staying, then you'd probably see a space for someone else in that squad. Keeping Jesse is taking up a space in the squad that could be filled by Gomez or someone, says Max K. Macheda interview was mint, by the way, mate. Brought back memories of being 8, going mad at the telly, says Tom. How old was I in 2009? I was 20 in 2009. 10 years ago. So I'm guessing you're 18 now. Shit, man. Time's flying, innit? It was good to speak to Kiko Macheda as well. He spoke about wanting to phone Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the summer. And when I was hearing about that, like, I enjoyed speaking with Kiko Macheda. I think he's a good lad. We've spoke to him a lot on Instagram DMs via Full-Time Devils and stuff. And I actually interviewed him before, but the interview never made it out for whatever reason. So that wasn't the first time I'd sat down and spoken with him. And I've spoken with him for a bit. And before as well, off camera, we spoke to him for a bit. And he's just a good lad, you know what I mean? And when you speak to him and you hear like the pain in his voice when he's talking about injuries or the mess that he had in his life or wanting to do better at Manchester United and maybe not getting things right personally, you do feel sorry for him. You have that sympathy there for him, but then he's looking at it from a positive side, and he's like, wow, I'm coming into my own now. I'm going to be a better player. I'm climbing on. And even at 28, 29, he still thinks he can push on and get back to the top level, which is great to see as well. But when I spoke to him, I wanted to let him know, like, we as football fans don't really look back on him now as, oh, he flopped. We look back on, bro, you lived the dream. Like, you lived our dream. You did what we want to do. You won the league for United with a goal. You could have spent 10 years at United and not done that. Do you know what I mean? So even spending that short time at United and doing that meant, like, he could have been there till now. Everyone could have hated him right now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck's sake, he got. But actually, he left. And yes, he left under a cloud. And yes, he could have done better. But, like, you know, he lived the dream and he did something that not many players will ever do. And I think he's got to give credit for that. And if you would have said to any kid growing up, you can go on to do that, you'd snatch their hands off for it. And I think sometimes we've got to remember footballers are human as well. And they're just like us. They grew up with those dreams that we had of achieving big things. That goal, says Lee. That's all we have to say in it. Kiko Macheda and that goal, because we know which one it is straight away. I'd keep Jesse for one more year. Sal Andreas and Mata promote Gomez, says Anthony. Even before all this happened, he's been crap for us. Time for him to go, says Riff. So I see there's an issue, not an issue, there's just a discussion on obviously off the pitch stuff. And look, I think Cannonball is right. Can we relax with the Lingard hate? There's no need to hate anybody. But, so at the same time, sharing a footballing opinion isn't necessarily hate if they're not going over the line. So, yeah. I hear you both though. Champs. Don't get arguing in my comments yet. Got a nice little family in there at the moment. I know we've been all on lockdown. I know we've all got cabin fever right now. But let's not start taking it out on each other in the comments, for God's sake. I'm 16 and don't remember any games pre-09, 10. 10-11 was the first season I remember properly. Dara there making me feel very, very old right now. Thanks very much. Tom says, tell me about it. Personally, I don't see how Arsenal can look like an appealing move for any player. Didn't Ollie pass him the ball for that goal, says Glenn? It was Giggs who passed Macheda the ball for that goal. If that's the goal you're on about. It's like Forlan, who gives a fuck, he did the dipper, says Lee Davis. And we still sing about it till this day. Till this day. But yeah, if you haven't seen the interview, go and check it out. The whole thing is amazing. When's the next Uncensored with Stay Exotic? I don't know. We need to chat to the guys at FTD and get us together and get them recording it for Uncensored. But whatever happens, we will definitely have another Max and Paddy, McKola and Howson's Pod to Nowhere on Sunday at 8 o'clock. Remember, we've got daily content on AdamMcKola TV at the moment. Monday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 7 days a week we have United Daily Live. On Monday we have the Premier League Gazette. On Tuesday, which we'll have later, is the Rumour Rater. On Wednesday we have the Master Debaters. On Thursday we have the Weekly United. And this Thursday I'm going to be live with the FIFA Ultimate Team _ FUT _ FG. I'm playing Faraz in a Manchester derby, live on his Twitch, so FUT_FG. Faraz called me out and I accepted his challenge. Best of 3, Manchester derby. I'm going to be winning a Manchester United shirt to be given to one of you guys. Yes, you heard that right. So make sure you are getting onto his Twitch, FUT_FG. Give him some comments today saying the McKola army's in the house and we're coming for the title on Thursday, yeah? So get onto him on Twitter, FUT_FG, and say McKola's coming for you. Because we're playing him on Thursday. We'll have the live stream on his Twitch, and then I'm recording everything, and we'll have the edited highlights package for you guys after that as well. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that. Like I was saying, Monday the Gazette, Tuesday Rumorators, Master Debaters on Wednesday, Weekly United on Thursday with that head-to-head now as well. Friday we got Straight Up MUFC with Straight Up D. Saturday we've got FIFA Decides on Saturday. And then Sunday we've got the Pod to Nowhere with me and Housen. Any news on Sancho? So the latest news on Jadon Sancho was, if I can remember, that's the one. We had Raf Honigstein, who is fairly reliable, saying that Jadon Sancho was excited at the prospect of signing for Manchester United. He was excited at the prospect of the project and taking Manchester United back to winning trophies. He knows he's not going to probably not going to win the big trophies straight away there, but he's excited about being part of the project. And I'm sure when you see that he's friends with the likes of Marcus Rashford, when he's friends with the likes of even Jesse Lingard, when he's friends with all those guys, and you can look at Marcus must be in his ear saying, yo, we're gonna do this, like, come to Manchester United, me, you, Tony Marshall, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, we'll tear this shit up, we'll win some trophies. I'm sure he's in his ear saying that. Now, obviously, he's got friends that are going to be saying various different things to him. He's got friends at various different clubs. But the rumours are United are feeling very confident of making the signing done. Chelsea, seemingly so, have moved on to different targets, namely Philippe Coutinho. So that's interesting as well. Big Swag says, would you rather Harry Kane or Jadon Sancho? Harry Kane is a fantastic player. The best striker in the Premier League after Sergio Aguero, Harry Kane is. But I'd rather Sancho because we need that right winger so much more. Morning from DC. Says Zane, morning mate, how you doing? Whereabouts in Ireland are you from? Says Dara. My grandma was born and raised in Belfast, so my family all came over from Belfast probably years ago now. But yeah, that's where my mum's family are from, the McElroys. What would you prefer, United in Europe next year with Sancho and Liverpool win the league, or the opposite? To be totally honest with you, we can't stop what Liverpool do from a serious perspective. I want the season to finish because I want United to see what United can do and how good we are. Of course, from a funny angle, like, you know, Liverpool not getting the league and having that asterisk and all that stuff. Okay, fine. But I'm a Man United fan, and actually we were doing all right towards the back end of the season. What we actually saw, the back end of what we saw, and I wanted to see that go on and further. Now, actually, if the season restarts again, we've got Pogba, we've got Rashford, we've got all these guys who will be coming back. Who knows where we could finish? Do you know what I mean? So I want the football to return, and I want United to get Champions League football, and we have Sancho. Who needs Kane when you have Igalo? Says Rise Up. Yes, mate. Kane is too expensive and injury prone, says Mini. Sancho to United soon, in my opinion. There's too many top journalists linking him to us now, even from Germany, says Riff. And I think that's a big thing to consider. It's the reliableness of the journalists who are linking him to us. It's not just become a story because we're on lockdown. It's been a story long before, and it'll be a story long after. Is it just me, or did Rashford look like 07-09 Ronaldo against Spurs? Boy was on steroids, says Ippy. I don't see Kane fitting into the type of the team we are building up. That fucking red, says Glenn, with them fresh emojis. Man United should still be a dream move for any English boy unless you're a Liverpool or City fan. Sancho and Bellingham should be honoured, really, says Rohan. I can see Bellingham going to Borussia Dortmund, possibly coming to United at a later date, following the same path as Jadon Sancho. Surely Eddie can get his finger out in isolation and get the Sancho deal done, says Max K. I don't think we'll see any transfers until, you know, you actually can see him. Guys, remember, get hitting that subscribe button. We're very close to 69k. Giggity. We're very close to 69,000 subscribers. Also, like, we're 43 away from 69. That means we're 1,043 away from 70k. Can we hit 75k by the end of May? I'm giving myself 7 weeks to do that, so we haven't got long to do it. So get hitting that subscribe button right about now. And we've got just around 20. You're known here as a plastic paddy, Adam. Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, I've had that. I've had that before. Because obviously people don't know you're paddy, and then when you say, "Oh, you're plastic," no, I am. But yeah. When is the Fabrizio interview? I don't know. I'm not Stephen. Do I look like Stephen Arson? Got a bit more of a tan, bit less hair on my head, and a bit less. I'm a lot more skinnier, obviously. Dean Sound, he'll be back on the channel hopefully Wednesday and Friday. I'm trying to get him on Master Debaters, which is tomorrow, obviously, which will be live. Can we get 6k in 7 weeks? I'm sure we can do that. Come on, guys, get hitting that subscribe button. Only in any chance of a recap says skills for hire. Yes, of course you can get a recap. The reports are Mourinho's eyeing a raid on Manchester United, with Mourinho being linked with a move for Diogo Dalot, the fullback that he brought to Manchester United. Now, with United having Ethan Laird, Brandon Williams, Luke Shaw, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Diogo Dalot, that's 6 fullbacks. You can understand why there's links with our fullbacks out of the club. But I think there's a possibility that Ethan Laird, Brandon Williams, who knows, some of these players maybe could go on loan. I doubt Brandon Williams actually, but Ethan Laird could go on loan. Fosu-Mensah could go on loan, let's say. And then you could see Diogo Dalot being kept. But I actually think we should keep Diogo Dalot. These reports at this moment in time aren't anything concrete. It doesn't seem anything there that make you stand up and think, oh, this is actually going to happen. But it wouldn't surprise me if Mourinho was interested in him. Because, I mean, he brought him to the club. I can see Minnie's Master Debater today, cracks me up every time. And then the other headlines were Everton are now being linked with a move for Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard was linked with a move to Arsenal the other day. I ignored it because I didn't really see where it come from. And then he's being linked with Everton. Now, apparently Jesse Lingard has not back that interest. He doesn't want to leave Manchester United at this time. But I think this is a story we need to keep an eye on. Jesse Lingard will have a lot of suitors. He will have a lot of suitors because he is a good footballer. No matter what his current form is or what he's doing or whatever, he is a good footballer, do you know what I mean? Whether he's played well for United in recent seasons or not. But, so he'll have names after him. I think at this moment in time, he'll want to stay. But it may come to a point where, let's say we sign Sancho, we sign a Grealish. She's probably going to start thinking, yo, is there any point me staying here? Maybe it's for the best that I leave. And Jesse Lingard won't be scared to leave. He's played for other clubs before. He's played for countless other clubs before. Derby, Brighton, Birmingham City, just to name a few. So he wouldn't be scared to make that move. And I think it is a possibility we could see him move on in the summer. But at this moment in time, the reports are Jesse wants to stay. United have some good news in terms that they're paying their full-time staff for the foreseeable and will not be furloughing their staff as we saw Liverpool initially do and then turn back on it, and Spurs are doing as well. They deserve a lot more criticism for that. And Pogba again has been linked with a move to Real Madrid, but like I said, I looked at the story and stuff like that. It didn't seem to be anything new to it. There were no new comments from his brother. There was nothing from an agent. There just seemed to be that usual tabloid stuff that we're going to get a lot of because there's no football. Timbo has an option to extend contract, hasn't been triggered yet. What do you think about for Boris? Leave it out. Yeah, I ain't involved in any of that stuff, mate. News on Alexis Sanchez is that he's probably going to end up coming back to Manchester United, and we're going to have to look for a suitor for him. If you initially heard there was a few interested clubs earlier in March, we heard that there was a few interested clubs from South America. Inter Milan aren't going to be keeping him. We then heard West Ham were possibly interested and made an inquiry with his agent, but nothing has come of that yet. Got a nice name in there of Filth in the comments. We'll keep this stream going for a little bit longer because we had those tech issues. PJ Daly, another one of the AMTV squad members, is in the house. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you want to be like PJ, you can join by clicking that join button. But if you can't join, click subscribe right about now. What a coincidence that Pogba has been linked to a move again, says Jack World. Lingard, Pereira are shite. Why can't you see it, Adam? Look, I don't think Lingard and Pereira have played well this season. I think Andreas Pereira's time is up at United. As for Jesse Lingard, I've always considered him to be a decent squad player. Now, if United's squad improves, like I've said, with Sancho, Grealish and all these guys coming through, there's no space for him. You have to be ruthless enough to say, okay, maybe to get your first team football, you need to do one. But I'm not going to go over the top. Like, I don't think Jesse will be starting for Manchester United. But there's a world where if we were playing well, he could be part of a good squad. Do you know what I mean? You might disagree with me on that. Rise Up says, would I keep Sanchez? I wouldn't keep Sanchez. Makio, nice one, bro. Stay safe, stay home, says Prabhav. No one at the club has scored more Premier League goals for United than Anthony Martial since he joined us. What's the deal with you guys not giving the same love as you know who? It really annoys me, says Tirano. Tirano, do you know what channel you're on, bro? I've just seen his name's Tyrannosaurus, so it's Tyrannosaurus. Do you know what channel you're on, bruv? You are on AdamMcKola TV. Do you want to see what my Twitter banner is? My Twitter banner is that. That is my Twitter banner. I am chief member of Anthony Martial FC. Come on, bruv. Good squad in Austria. 2 tears, bro. You're killing me out here. The first player out of the door should be Phil Jones. Poor Phil's been punching above his weight for years, says P Savage. Not me, says Tyrannosaurus. Nice one. Alright, cool. I hear what you're saying, though. There's a lot of people that give him unfair stick. I don't know what it is. Is it because he's French and moody? Is it because they just don't like him? Is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know. But for me, Anthony Martial is an absolutely outstanding talent. He's someone that we should look after. He's someone that we should cherish at the club. He's someone that we shouldn't give up too easily. And he's someone that we should work on. Because he can be one of the best players in the world. He's got that talent. He's an incredible finisher already. He's got that cool, calm, collected head in front of goal. He can break ankles with skill. I think you want him to do it more. And I think there's been times when he hasn't had the service, when he hasn't, quite been on it every single game. But when I look at him this season, I see a much improved Anthony Martial. And I don't look at what other people have been saying. For me this season, he's also been better than Marcus Rashford, in my opinion. When you look at the start of the season, when he came back into the team, we started playing again. He came back into the team, Rashford started playing well again, everyone started playing well again. And that was down to him coming back into the team and freeing up everyone. He had a dip in January, a massive, massive dip in his performance in January. But he's still a fantastic player. Adam Satters in the comments. What's happening, my guy? I think Martial just needs decent players around him. Everyone does, do you know what I mean? Literally everyone needs decent players around him. It's as simple as that. Like, can you imagine if Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial played for some of the best Man United teams? Jesus! What they would be doing would be incredible. What they would be doing in those teams would be incredible. And that's the thing people forget. When Rooney and Ronaldo and them mans came through, they had all sorts of talent around them, all sorts of experience, all sorts of solid players around them. He hasn't. They haven't had that luxury. And I think we need to not even keep pitting them against each other as well. I hate when people keep pitting them against each other. Because they both love each other. They both love playing with each other. But United fans want to pit them. It's daft, man. We should be proud of both of them. We should keep pushing both of them. And we should... Because we know, it's like the Rooney Ronaldo situation. If these boys develop as they should, United are winning the big trophies. If Martial becomes the player that he should, if Marcus becomes the player that he should, then we're winning the big trophies because they are that good. Raul Jimenez is class. Rohan, I just don't think we'll get him. He won't get linked with the big clubs. He has been linked with the big clubs. He was in the last rumour rater, but I just don't think there's anything in those links. They're both so good. I'm just happy we have both of them. No exams for Adam Sattler. The geezer's buzzing. Come on, lad. I'm alright. I was watching a little bit of that WrestleMania. That was awful, man. The new one. I live in France, and not being disrespectful, but the French do think they are the best at everything. Same with rugby. Can't deny Stephen Arson would